Welcome to this week's episode of Teachers Off Duty Podcast, Comedy Takeover. This week, we're talking about some of the craziest cheating stories, talking about using AI, talking about writing answers on food, then eating it. You don't want to miss it, so check it out.
What's up, teachers? What's up, teachers? What's up, teachers? Happy Sunday Fun Day for some of y'all who are tuning in right now. For some of y'all that probably catch it Monday, Tuesday, whenever you decide to listen. What's up to y'all? This is Teachers Off Duty Podcast. That's right. The Board Teachers Comedy Tour Takeover. And listen, this month we got another special hot show for you guys. And I'm so excited. First of all, let me introduce myself. KC Mack. Hello. Okay. I'm not important. I'm going to tell you who's important. These people on my right and left. Because first we have, what's my guy? He's back. Say your name.
I'm Gabe Dannenbring. Happy to be back, everybody. Happy to be back. It's been fun sitting back and watching like the comedy takeover and just seeing what you guys have done with it. It's been awesome. But yeah, when I got asked to come back, I was like, yeah, let's come on for a little bit and give her another shot. Let's do it.
Man, I know.
Let's do it.
There's some ladies out there right now. They got their ear to their little phone radio. I don't know however they're listening to it. The ones watching it on YouTube, you're welcome.
You should watch this one on YouTube. That's what you should do.
And to my left, another person so dear to my heart. This is just a special month.
It's Jess Smith, Hot Mess Teacher Express. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, they know you. They know you.
I know. They're like, this girl again.
So cool, man. But these guys right here, man, some of the greatest people on earth, just having the opportunity to watch you, and the stuff that you guys did on the podcast, amazing. And then to work with you on the tour.
Yeah.
That's right. Stand-up comedian right here. Mm-hmm. How was your experience? Because I know it was your first time.
Yeah. So
how was that?
The first time that I ever did a show was in Des Moines, Iowa with you guys.
Right.
And it was wild because as for me, I love comedy, and I've loved the stories about comedy and how comics kind of come up and start from everything. And I remember going into this gorgeous theater, being like, "This is my first show. This is crazy." And in the green room, Devin was sitting there, and he had his headphones on, and all of a sudden he takes his headphones out and he goes, "I gotta tell you something." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "You want to know what my first show was?" I was like, "Yeah, what was?" He goes, "I was at a sports bar during the Super Bowl with a TV above my head when they were watching." And he's like, "That was my first show." He's like, "You're doing a theater for your first show." I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of lucky.
You're a straight spoil.
Kind of lucky." So that show went good. I mean, it was fun. It was exciting. Like, it's such a huge adrenaline rush. And then this summer, I did some other shows out east and really, did some comedy clubs and really started getting my feet wet and really understanding like, oh, this is fun. It's such an art. Doing comedy is such an art, and that's where I look at comics like you guys. I mean, you're so good at it where you can have people sitting in a room, and if they're a truck driver, an accountant, and a teacher, you can make them all laugh. That's so impressive. So for me, I'm still trying to get to that point. But when this comes out, I'll be doing the Sioux Falls show literally tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Sioux Falls. You're going to check them out tonight.
Yeah. And I'm nervous for the show because it's like a home game for me because I live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I live there. So I've got a bunch of people from the district that are going to be there. I've got family that's coming up. So before the show, my parents, they're like, "Hey, do you want us to come to the show? Do you even want us to?" I was like, shoot, do I want my parents coming up? Like,
That's actually a really great question, Mom.
I was like, do I want to bomb in front of all my coworkers and family?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, come on up to the show. So I really, really hope I don't bomb tonight.
You're going to do so good.
I've never bombed, and everybody says you're going to bomb at some point. Like, you're going to eventually bomb.
You got it. Trust me, I know.
Are you just going to go like full send? Like act as if they're not there?
Yeah. That's the tough part. So I've kind of redone some of my set because the last thing I want is on Monday for my admin to call me in and say, "Hey, we had a parent complaint about some of the jokes you were saying. You had to come in." Like, I don't want to go down that route, but no, I'll keep a lot of it the same. So I think it'll go well. I think it'll be fun.
Which is funny because I always thought when the first time I saw you perform, I was like, I feel so motivated, like he's like a youth pastor, and I was ready to get baptized again.
I'm not a youth pastor. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm excited. Have you guys ever been up to South Dakota?
I have not. No.
Really? The wind didn't blow you guys to South Dakota?
I know.
Wait, where's Fargo?
Miraculously.
Where's Fargo?
All of the things.
Fargo's North Dakota.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we went to North Dakota, but not South Dakota.
No,
yet. No,
you
wow.
guys will love it. I'll show you around. I'll show you kind of the places to eat. Bring your coats. It's gonna be cold. You know,
Lord, I forgot
have your
about
hat
that.
and gloves ready. It'll be
Casey,
good.
are you ready for that?
Man, and I'm trying to be.
Get all bundled up?
I don't do well with the cold. That's why I moved down south.
But like for me, it feels like I'm kind of cheating my way into the comedy world. Like just going to like kind of skipping a lot of the nitty gritty and going to the big stuff. And I think that's a perfect time to talk about what. Well, you go for it. Go for it.
Here's the thing about that. I'm glad you said that because it's like even like with Jess and your experiences with doing comedy. So that was your first time with the Board Teacher Comedy Tour.
Yeah.
Because you're OG. We started from the jump. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been here since 2018,
yes,
baby.
From the jump. So how was that? Because that was your first time doing comedy as well. So how was that? You know, trying to finding your footing and all that.
I mean, like, it's funny. I wasn't like into stand up, and for me it was just like, oh, like people get up and tell jokes. So wasn't
like it's hard.
like seriously, guys. But it was fun because I saw like the different styles and different ways that people can kind of relate to everyone in the audience. And it's like a beautiful thing. Like you have such a way of just making the whole entire show entertaining.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Say that again.
I'm so like it was just like an honor to share a stage with you and Devin and like the pros that you guys are.
I was so impressed with you guys, and I remember telling like the owner, I was like, because I didn't know what to expect at first, because like again, I've been doing comedy for so long, so I know it's like it's not as easy as a lot of people would like to think it is. So I remember when you guys first got on stage, I was just like, oh my God, they're like amazing, like. What did I do wrong? It was so hard for me in the beginning because you guys got up there and killed it.
Teachers are literally the best audience too, because it's like it's such a camaraderie moment where we're all kind of going through the same things in some certain way, and we can all laugh about it, and that's like the most beautiful part of the whole thing.
That's what Mike said. So Mike Rivera. Mike Rivera. He said like because he was there for my first show, and he was like, listen, when you're doing this show in front of teachers, they're rooting for you. They want you to do well. They're going to be laughing. So it's so nice as a teacher because I just have to relate to them. You just have to relate and be like, hey, I'm like for me, I'm in the classroom every single day. I know what it feels like. I know the struggles and the frustration. So just having that kind of safety net with a bunch of other teachers, they love it. Because teachers want to laugh, and there's things that they want other people to say, so it makes them feel like they're saying. So when they hear other teachers say, hey, you know what drives me nuts? This drives me nuts. Like, oh my God, finally someone said it. And they love it. They eat it up.
So people, please make sure if you guys have not had an opportunity to witness the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, man, you definitely want to do that. We have a lot of great dates coming up this month and into the following month, November. We have, like you said, we're going to be in Sioux Falls tonight.
Woo!
That's right, tonight. We're going to be in Englewood, New Jersey. We're going to be in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We're going to be in New London, Connecticut, Stamford, Connecticut. Where else we going, man? Who else we?
Gainesville.
We're going to Gainesville, Florida. Fort Myers, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. Shippingburg, Pennsylvania. Atlanta City, New Jersey. Patchogue, New York. Poughkeepsie. Thank you. Poughkeepsie.
But with a GH.
Right.
Who would put a GH in Poughkeepsie?
Right. We'll do that. We love you, Poughkeepsie. Can't wait to see you.
Don't love your spelling.
Akron, Ohio. Wabash, Indiana. And Joliet, Illinois, and Toledo, Ohio.
You did so good.
Thank you.
You got it.
It was pressure.
You missed one. And Orano, Maine.
Oh, that's on
no,
there?
that's in 2024.
Oh, that is the first 2024
yeah.
date.
Hey,
I'm jumping the gun.
Speaking of 2024, we got a lot of those dates coming up too. All the wonderful dates that we have coming up 2024. I'm excited about it. But we got these dates coming up. Sioux Fall tonight.
Woo!
And again, this is the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, Teachers Off Duty Podcast, the Board Teachers Comedy Tour Takeover. And today's episode is a good one. Today's episode is students cheating. Bum, bum, bum. Cheating. Now, as educators, I know you guys have some great cheating stories. Who wants to dive in?
I feel like this one's a tough one for me because some of you have dealt with like high level cheaters in your classrooms.
Okay.
And personal lives.
Yeah. Yes, but there it is.
Different cheating.
Just a little preview of what's to come tonight at Sioux Falls. Like, I worked with third graders and fifth graders. They weren't great at cheating.
Really?
Of course not.
I know.
Really?
It's shocking information.
I thought their brains could really put together like these big elaborate.
I know. I was really prepped for that. No, they're not good at cheating. But I think it's funny, like the way that I handled cheating in my classroom, like my first year compared to the way that I handled it, like 8 years in, it was a little different. Like I remember taking cheating very seriously. Like when I found a sixth grader like cheating, it was taking your paper, automatic, like 0. We're having a conversation after class, like I'm talking to your parents. And then like a little further down the road, it was just, if I saw someone cheating, I would just take their paper and give them a brand new one. That's kind of the way that I handled it. Just quiet.
Yeah.
That almost was a little bit more powerful.
Yeah.
How I like to handle cheating, and I've kind of gone back and forth with how I handle it. So what I do is if I catch a kid cheating in class, if they're taking a test, I'll let them finish. I always let them finish. I let them finish, and then afterwards I call them up, be like, hey, here's what I saw. You know, I saw you turn around talking, and here's what we're gonna do. And my rule is you get a 0. I'm still hunkering down on it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, if you're cheating, you're getting a 0. And I'm letting your parents know. And if you want to do a retake, it's going to be like an essay test. So give them the chance to get the points back. But I'm like, nope. I'm not going to start setting that precedent early in their life that, hey, you know, if you can cheat and then, you know, no one's going to get you in trouble. So I don't know. When I first started teaching, I like took it personally when they would be cheating. Like, how dare you be cheating?
How dare you cheat on me?
After all this knowledge I put inside of you, and you're just going to throw it away?
And I was like, I would take it personally. And then I realized, I'm like, now these are kids. It's not about me. It's not about me. You know, the kids, the kids are going to be kids. They're going to cheat. They're going to do what they can to get a good grade. They've got a lot of pressure. But as a teacher, I'm not going to allow it. You know, I'm still just going to be like, hey, we got to have a conversation about this. But I don't like when teachers put on a huge show and when someone gets caught cheating, you know, come by grabbing their paper, ripping it. It's like, nah, let's not do that. Like we don't need to go down that route.
Right.
But what do you do? What do you do when kids get caught cheating in your class?
Man, I let them cheat. This what you want to do? This is your life? No, I'm just playing. Nah.
I was like, wow. What an interesting strategy.
I wanted to go on the I wanted to go on the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, just throw a little difference. No, I you know what? I'm special education, right? So I pull a lot of small groups. So in a lot of the cases, we modify the test anyways, you know, to help them out. And if I do have a student that's struggling, you know, I'll still kind of come over and then I'll be like, okay, kind of help them out real quick. Like, okay, this is what you need to do, such and such. Or I'll give them not the answer, but kind of like direct their thoughts toward where they can possibly get the answer, like jogging their memory about the stuff I've been, you know, repetitively putting into, you know, with the lesson. So that usually works, and then sometimes it doesn't. And I just have to say, it's B, bro.
Did you guys ever cheat when you were in school?
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
And I think that's why I'm so lax with it now, because like I understand it.
Like, been there, brother.
Like, I feel you guys. I get it. So, man, I used to do this tapping system, man. Like so I would with my pencil, so I would like tap 1 for A, you know, B twice, you know.
Wait. So people would trust you that like you were the big brain?
No, this was the cheating system I told them tell me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was gonna say they're gonna trust you being the one tapping.
Tap once for A. If it's B, tap twice. I needed the help, but no. But then it was so crazy because it was like a group of us. We like organized. So it's like it would start up. It would like the real smart kid, and then it would trickle down. So like I would get it from him, and then as soon as I write it, they would ask me, and I'd be like,
my God.
And then we just pass
Trickle down economics, but grades.
Yes. It was an organized cheat. They really could have got us in a whole RICO charges because it was organized.
Graduate high school for real, KC.
It took me 13 years, but I didn't. No.
A lot of people go to school for 7 years.
Victory lap.
Yeah. But there was one time that I had this huge moral battle when I was in school. And my dad was my anatomy teacher. And I was really, I was struggling with a unit in class, and it was memorizing the parts of the ear. So what I had done, I had written on my fingernail abbreviations of the parts of the fingernail from the outside in. And I remember getting ready to go to class, like walking in and just having this moral battle of, am I really going to cheat in my father's anatomy class?
Yeah.
And I walked in the door and I looked at my thumb, and it was kind of like a scene in like a Nickelodeon like show where I was like, not today. And I wiped it off and didn't cheat.
Did the right thing.
Yeah.
Then,
I got a C, and my dad was like, why'd you get a C on this easy test?
But like, I think it would be that thing of like, oh my gosh, you like look up at your dad and he's like, hello, son.
Yeah.
And you're like looking down at your thumb, looking up at your dad. I
felt like
that
I
is
was
gutsy.
Yeah, I was ready to do it. And then I couldn't do it. I had that moral battle, and I couldn't do it. But there was one time that I got caught cheating in my math class, and I was in high school, and it was my basketball coach who was my teacher, Trey Creer. Shout out Trey Creer. And I hadn't done the homework the night before, and how he would check grades, he'd go to each individual kid and go through your homework, make sure you did it, and. I didn't have it done. And I was like the last leg that he was going to do to check. So I was like, hey, dude, like talking to my buddy, like, hey, give me, like, let me copy this down. So I end up like trying to copy some of it down. I don't get all of it done. And he was going around looking at everything, and he looks at mine, and then he sees that I didn't finish it all, and he was like, why are you lying? Like, why? Or no, how it happened. So, because I told him I had everything done. And he looked through it all and saw I wasn't done. And he was like, why are you lying to me? And I just had this huge, like, sense of guilt. I'm like, I didn't get it done. I'm lying. I'm copying it down. And he was like, just get it done eventually. Just figure it out.
You just started confessing, and also one time I put the answers on my fingernails and I wiped them off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was like me,
candy.
but like that was me as a kid too. Like I think I cheated once on a 5th grade spelling test and got caught.
See, I almost didn't even direct that question because I was no way that I think that she would ever do such a thing.
It stayed with me though.
Yeah.
Like the idea that I could get caught for doing something bad was just like horrifying for me. Horrifying.
Have you had any kids do like any crazy cheating techniques? I'll straight up gaslight my students on some things where like most of our tests are on the Chromebook.
Okay.
And what I tell the kids is if you switch tabs on your Chromebook, I get a notification and I'm going to give you a 0 if you switch tabs. I don't get a notification at all. Like
Spoiler alert.
But they're like,
Gabe students.
yeah. Hopefully they're not watching this. But they're like, okay, we won't switch tabs. And I've had kids come up to me after the test like, hey, I accidentally switched a tab. Am I going to get a 0? I'm like, no, you won't get a 0. I saw that, but I won't give you the 0 on this one. So they start believing me, thinking that they like I get a notification. I don't. It just keeps them honest a little bit.
Right.
Keeps them honest.
Right. I don't know that I've had, again, like I'm not working with the criminal masterminds of the education
of 12-year-old kids.
So, yeah, it's not. It's more just like, maybe they, when we were doing spelling tests, like went back when I first started teaching, they used to write the spelling words like on the back of their cover sheet. But that wasn't smart.
Easy to find.
It was like, it was right out there for everybody to see.
They don't have like blue collar crimes, blue crayon color crimes.
Yeah, no, I was not in the FBI. I did not have to be in the FBI for that one.
No, I had a kid. This was when I was just teaching English. I was subbing for a math class. I had to cover for a class, right? And so I noticed a kid, he sat on one end of the room, and the other kid, his friend, sat like kind of like in the middle towards the back. But what he would do was he would get up, act like he was putting something in the trash, and lean over and whisper something. Oh. And then, so he did this like about 2 or 3 times, and I'm looking at him like, bro. And so I'm watching
You
him
ain't
like,
slick. You ain't slick.
And or he'll get up and like he had to sharpen a pencil. Like every time he just had to get up like he was doing tasks. And I'm looking on this test like, there's like 40-something questions. There's no way you're going to create 40 tasks. That's not that you're going to think you're going to get away with. What do you got to do now? You know what I'm saying? So I stopped him after that. I said, hey, man, do not get up anymore. Okay? I said, you're not slick. Don't get up anymore. What? We wasn't doing it. That's how you know they're doing something. Every time they say, what? We wasn't. No.
It's like, I watched you with my eyeballs.
Right.
I saw you.
Exactly.
I saw you tear a piece of paper just to ball it up to go. Stop.
I had a teacher in high school. Her rule was if you get up during your test, you have to turn in your test. Which at the time as a high schooler, I'm like, this chick is crazy. Like, what do you mean? But now as a teacher, I get it. Where you just go through years and years and years of seeing kids do stuff like that. We're like, screw it. You know what? If you get up, you're turning in your test. Like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to have the argument. Like, I kind of understand it. I get it. Now, would I be the teacher that'd be like, no, you can't get up?
Right.
No, kids have to blow their nose, whatever. I get it. But it was like an AP class, and she tells, like, if you have a cold, get 5 Kleenexes, put them on your desk. Like, I don't care. You are not getting up. Because what kids also do all the time is they'll get up and go to the bathroom, and they got their review sheet. They'll go look at it in the bathroom. Like,
Right.
A friend of mine used to do that in high school. Couldn't be me. A friend of mine used to do that. They go up and go to the bathroom and
what was his name?
Labe.
Gabe
handing sling.
Gavin. Couldn't be me. Never did that math class. Yeah. So, and I get why teachers do that. You know, you get sick of stuff like that. And then kids are always like extreme gaslighters when it comes to like when you catch them cheating, like, oh, I didn't do anything.
Right.
What do you mean? It's like, no, I watched with my eyes and I saw you talk. Or like, I know there's a lot of issues with kids turning in like the same essays because now with like Google Docs, you share with each other. And there's so many times that like I know ELA teachers, they'll be like, I've got kids that turn in the exact same essay, and I'll have both of them, like 2 of the essays in front of them and say, why are these exactly the same? And the kids will be like, crazy, right? Great minds think alike.
Great minds
Crazy.
think alike.
It's like, no, this is the odds of every single word being the same is a 1 in a billion. But the kids, man, they think they can fool us on it.
I'm still waiting for the kid that's gutsy enough when you catch them cheating, instead of just immediately trying to gaslight you and deny it. I just wait for that first kid to be like, yeah, I'm cheating.
I'll do it again.
Or like come up and fist bump you and be like, good job. Like you sussed that out. You did it. You passed the test.
That's funny.
This conversation makes me just so paranoid though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like to question why a kid is going to the trash can, I'd be like,
Yeah, right.
What are you doing?
don't do that. No. Where you go? You have to go to the bathroom?
Liar.
I'll follow you.
You have to blow your nose. Show me the boogers in your nose, and you can blow your nose.
I can't
I need to
imagine.
blow
Just
my
like,
blow it in your hand.
Use your shirt. Do it.
it's so sad to me that that's like what it is though,
Yeah.
because I was a paranoid cheater back in the day, or like I didn't want people cheating off of me. Like I was the crazy cover shoot girl. Like
One of them. Yeah.
oh yeah, because I didn't want people
Right.
cheating off me.
Right.
But
Oh,
like
man.
if you saw an answer on your test, then
I love when students will like be cheating, and then they cheat like they'll be like cheating together, but then they turn in their test and like, now you both still failed. Like you found a way to fail at the cheating.
How do you cheat and still flunk?
Yeah, it's like, come on, you guys. Like, come on. At least try in one of the departments. Either try on the studying or try in the cheating.
Yeah, right.
When you fail both of them, it's like, come on, guys, let's not do this. Like, let's be better. But we got some awesome stories that were sent in to us.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we do.
I'll start us off here. So teacher sent this in.
Okay.
Said, I had a student right after the COVID shutdown when we were still all wearing masks. He kept taking off his mask during the test, saying he had an itch. And I kept telling him that he needed to keep it on. It wasn't until the fourth or fifth time that I noticed blue marks on his face that looked like numbers. So I approached him to see if he was okay. When I noticed the blue marks were from a cheat sheet he had written on the inside of his mask, and that was the reason he kept taking off his mask during the test.
Can we just call that like one of the perks for, being a student during COVID? I feel like
it allowed for some opportunities to have some cheat sheets on there. You know what?
But
shout out to the kid for trying. I mean,
so he said he kept just taking the mask off the scratch, and he was really looking.
And then it left a residue on his face.
Wow,
interesting.
I hope it like just snapped him a few times, just to
yeah.
Really.
What do you got for us, Casey?
I have one. I have a good one. It said I had a girl in my class one year whose mom was a hairdresser. She always came to school with all kinds of different kind of hairstyles every week. So she came to school with hair extensions one time. I didn't think anything of it. Turns out that she had used clips to attach cheat sheets under her extensions so she could toss her hair back and look at the answers while leaning over. And the only thing I saw when she was, he said, and I only saw that when he was walking around the room. Now, I got one thing to say. That's unbelievable.
Wrap. We're done.
Comedy takeover, everybody.
Da, 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 da.
Sioux Falls tonight.
See me there.
Oh, that's good.
You were waiting that.
Wow.
I couldn't wait.
Had that one teed up for a
That's why I
while.
stumbled on it. I couldn't wait to get to the punchline. I was like, ugh.
I see why. But before we were airing, we were going through. It's like, I need to do story 3. I need story 3.
I was jonesing for it.
Got
Give
it.
me number 3, please. I got something.
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
unbelievable.
But that's, once again, dude, I'm impressed with how creative these kids will get with their cheating techniques. Like it's really interesting. Like putting in a cheat sheet in your hair extensions. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
that's innovative.
yeah, like maybe we could try putting that much effort into studying.
That's
Right.
But-
I would do that.
I think that's the crux of this whole thing.
Yeah.
If students just put that much creative effort into studying, we would not have this
yeah,
problem.
yeah. Jess, what do you got for us?
This one I have definitely I could relate to if I were a student of today.
I were a student of today.
I were a student.
I've caught a student having answers to the test texted to him from his younger brother on his Apple Watch.
Classic.
And he was wearing a hoodie to cover up the watch. The amount of times that I have gotten a text on my Apple Watch and just like I'm having a conversation and I like casually just like look down and like you wouldn't know. You think I'd just look at the time.
Right.
That Apple Watch
Every 30
is the
seconds.
devil's watch.
The Devil's Watch.
I would probably do that.
When
1,000%.
This
Oh,
just brought
Lord.
back like a huge memory, like a core memory of mine. So when I was a sophomore in high school was when the first Apple Watch came out, like the Series 1.
So cute.
I was in my 30s.
and I loved tech at the time. I still love tech things. Like,
Yeah.
I'm buying this freaking watch. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I bought the first generation Apple Watch. And I remember seeing that you could set the picture as the background.
Okay.
And I was like, it was before a math. I sucked at math. I was so bad at math. And I was like, I have my review sheet. What if I set my review sheet as the background on my Apple Watch so I can look at it? And little did I know that like the text would be like this tiny.
yeah.
So I was sitting there like trying to look at my watch like this. I couldn't read a dang thing. Like it was such a decent idea, and then I tried to execute it. And like, this is stupid. And then I failed the test.
And you also wonder why they referred you to the nurse to get your eyes checked.
Like he can't read. He can't read. Can't see anything.
Oh no.
Well, I always think it's funny when kids will try to once again gaslight you and be like, no, I wasn't checking my watch. When you see them in class looking at it, it's like,
Again, that would make me paranoid.
Paranoid.
So
Yeah.
paranoid.
Yeah. Well, the easy out for the kids, they'll be like, well, I'm just looking at the time, and it's like, well, look at the clock up there, and like, I can't read a circle
Right,
clock.
yeah,
That's
I'm
what they
like,
say.
Do teachers have like Apple Watch Do you have to put your Apple Watch in a pocket
I know
with your
so
cell
well.
phone?
I know so well. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, we mostly do that with state testing.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
have all that, put up there, but not for normal tests. I mean, again, like I said, I get it. It's a certain percentage of grade, but come on, guys, just study.
Yeah. Here's another one. I used to have a student that would binge eat sticks of gum during the test.
Okay.
She would tell me that it was a nervous twitch. Later, I found out that she was actually writing cheat notes on each stick of gum and then chewing them to destroy the evidence. She probably gave herself a low dose of ink poisoning.
Hell yeah.
She could just instead of writing it on the gum itself, she could have just wrote it on the on the paper, the pad. But no paper trail.
Right.
No paper trail.
But now
She's eating the paper?
It's gross.
No,
No,
the
she
gum,
was,
the
the
sticks of
gum.
gum.
She
Yeah.
would write it on the gum and then put it in her mouth and then
And now she wonders why her breath smells like mint and Sharpie. I don't know.
Oh my god! Oh, okay. That's a little bit better because I thought she was eating the paper. I was like, why
No.
would she eat the gum? It's fine. I had a moment.
I had a student write notes on her forearm using invisible ink. I saw her shining a little invisible pen light and knew exactly what was going on because I confiscated one of these from a student previous years. So what she did was the teacher then went over to that student and said, "Let me see your arm." The student was like, look, nothing's there. Check it out. And then the teacher whipped out the little visible light, shined her arm, saw all the answers. Now,
like a detective.
I went off script because this is one of the funniest stories ever because the teacher straight went CSI.
Yeah.
Not crime scene
Get the
investigation,
black light
cheating
out.
scene investigating. She straight went into it, and that's hilarious.
I love how like that teacher there, they put it all on the line because if they would have been wrong, that kid would have gone home and be like, "Mom, Dad, Mrs. Johnson thought I was cheating with invisible ink
You are
and brought out
so
an
right.
invisible ink flashlight," and they would be like, "This teacher's crazy."
And the rays from that light irritated my skin mother.
And now I have a rash.
I think we have a lawsuit.
I think we are gonna litigate. See, but I love how the teacher is like, "Nope, I'm going in on this one.
Yeah.
Like, I am dying
Yeah.
on this hill."
CSI.
This next story kind of bleeds into the paranoia, especially with all of this stuff with AI coming out
Right.
and how students are using it. This teacher says, one of my AP English students last year used AI to complete an entire essay and turned it in to see if I would notice. And when they gave it back to them, they were like, "Oh, good job. Like, sorry about that. I was just seeing if you were going to notice." So,
AI do the paper.
yep.
Turned it in.
Turned it in.
She graded it.
No,
and gave it back? Oh.
I'm assuming they just like gave it back to the student and was
Oh.
like, you didn't do this. And the student was
Oh.
like, "You passed the test. Good
That's
job.
hilarious.
Round 1, check complete.
That's
A plus,
hilarious.
Like,
A plus on your grading
This was a
skills."
test on you.
Yes.
We are testing you.
The teacher became the student.
I am not only being tested by admin, by parents, I am now being tested by students? No.
AI.
No, thank you.
And I would have been like, I've been passing tests all this whole school year because y'all been testing my patience this
I know.
first 9 weeks.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah, how are you
So with AI, like I don't get much of it with like 7th grade science. Kids aren't really doing a lot with AI, and it's still so new that I think a lot of kids don't really know what they're doing. I personally use AI all the time as a teacher. Like I use it constantly.
have you done like write a lesson plan on
blah
blah blah using
I've done that. I love
and it works?
Oh, perfect. It works great. Like I'll have worksheets that are made by AI. I'll do
my
like
gosh.
Google Slides I can get made by AI. Like there was one I did the other day. I was like, I need a quick lesson about body systems. I'm like, make me a slide deck about body systems. And boom, populated it.
And cut. There you go. Gabe was just lying, everybody.
He's actually doing all of those slides.
Yeah, he's doing all this himself. And reason why I'm telling you that, this is the truth is because, at no point in time should AI ever take over being a real teacher. 'Cause they still need us. So we're just kidding. We don't use that. Right, Gabe?
Yeah. No. Never
I'm
used
sorry.
it.
There's not a lot of perks to teaching, and I just like spit everywhere. But there are not a lot of perks to teaching, but I think that could be one of them. I'm sorry.
That is real cool, but it is kind of scary to think that one day will they really be like, well, do we really need teachers now? I mean, I know you get that interpersonal relationship and the things we bring to the table. I mean, but come on, has that really been valuable?
Well, you know what? Do we really need students? We got AI to write all this stuff. I don't know. Jokes on like we can go both ways here, okay?
Da 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 da. But seriously, the way that AI is kind of taking over, will any of us need any skills? I feel like we're going to Wall-E.
I know a lot of teachers are having issues with kids, like with using AI, and like teachers that are listening or watching this, like put in the comment, like what do you do when a kid uses AI? Because I know there's AI checkers that are out there. You can because there's a certain cadence that AI has when it writes things. But I mean, we know how stuff goes. Like it's going to get updated, and eventually you're not going to be able to catch all of that stuff.
Right, because can't you just put as part of one of the commands, give me an original 4-page essay on whatever?
It's the more specific, the better.
You can be more specific. Yeah.
So it's going to be even harder. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to keep getting better. Like that's one of the things with like AI pictures. Like AI pictures, those freak me out. They freak me out. But you can always tell that an AI picture is an AI picture because the finger.
Oh yeah, the hand.
It can never get the hand. It can never get that right, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But give that a week and they're gonna have it figured out.
Yeah, right.
You know, so
like
we're gonna see that right away. And I don't know. There's things with AI, especially with students. Like I want them to use AI. I use it as a professional. I use it all the time.
Right.
It's kind of like the internet. When the internet came out, people were thinking it was the boogeyman. It was gonna be terrible. Man, I freaking love the internet. Like it's fantastic.
I know.
I love it.
So then I guess since instead of shying away from AI and using it as this big dark monster that we're supposed to, run away from, should we implement it more into our lessons and where we're, because that is the future. Are we really equipping the kids if we're not teaching them, like, if this is literally where the world is going and we're not allowing you to get there with the world, like, we're really doing you a disservice.
Exactly. Like, I can't sit here and push my fear about AI onto students or fear that they're tricking me with AI. Am I tricked by those photos all the time? Do I look at the hands? No, I do not. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that happened with that celebrity? Oh, that's crazy. But I think what we can do is like, let's look rationally at like these photos. Let's look rationally at this paper and, and talk about how do we determine
this is
human from robot.
This is a little off topic, but it's on the topic of AI. You know what all professional development things should be now is how to use AI as a teacher. I want a PD on that. Show me these tips and tricks, because right now my best AI PD is TikTok. That's showing me how to use these as a teacher. And I know I've seen some videos as well of teachers like making videos of how to catch kids using AI. Like they'll put it out there and be like, yeah, you can look for this and that, and it's like, my goodness, and there comes that point where as teachers, where do we say, hey, you pick your battles and you can only put so much energy into certain things. It's like, all right, if you're going to choose to cheat, you're going to choose to cheat. If you're going to use AI to write your essays, you're going to do it, because eventually it'll bite you in the butt. Eventually, all of a sudden, you're going to have a job and you have to write an email. It's like, I can only write at a third grade writing level. I can't do this.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if we set boundaries now, I think we could probably grow into this whole AI movement for our students.
I mean, if that's the case, if they don't know how to do something and they have to outsource, I mean, we're teaching them how to be a CEO. We're teaching them how to be a CEO at that point. You always delegate down.
Delegate,
Give me this. And go find that. I once had a student carve tiny equations into the wood of their pencil. Honestly, it was a work of art, and I still have that pencil to this day.
I would 1,000% keep that in a glass case.
If it was
they're sitting there whittling a pencil. Oh, I love it.
If it was a middle school student, it'd be probably like a pencil this big with the eraser chewed off on it. The metal's all bent.
Something that the teacher would never ever want to pick up.
Never want to pick up. No.
But just carving that onto this little bit. Why not just carve the knowledge into your mind?
Oh. Da 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 da.
Oh, that one hurt. That one was tough. That was like a ABC Family.
TGIF.
Oh, that's funny. All right, we got some good student ones here.
Oh man, I love you guys.
Can you go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? Oh God. My sister is way smarter than me. Did I write this? My sister's way smarter than me. We were only a year apart, and in high school, we had a couple of AP classes together. So we came up with an entire system of body signals to feed me the answers on multiple choice tests. Rubbing her ear was A.
Okay.
Leaning back on her chair was B. Playing with her hair was C. And resting her head on her hand was D. I had to pay close attention, though, because one time I missed a signal and ended up putting the wrong answers down for the rest of the test. You know what? That's common, though. I know people did that when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I know people did that when I was in high school, and I definitely didn't participate. But I know people did that. But it's just... It's one of those things like, hey, just study. Just you're coming up with all this.
Well, and like she said in that story, you are playing with fire. If you miss a signal,
Oh yeah.
it's over.
Oh, yeah.
It is over.
If you misinterpret signal, like,
yeah.
what does a sneeze mean? All of the above?
Oh gosh.
Like what is this, like a baseball like running bases coach?
Yeah,
Like what in the world?
Exactly.
Dear Lord.
Jeez. Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
funny.
Sometimes when you catch a kid cheating and then they end up bombing it, it's kind of like, hey, there's poetic justice. Like
It is.
you get what you get.
Yeah.
Like
It's a good life lesson.
Or sometimes you'll notice in class when you'll see a kid like trying to cheat off another kid, and it's like, really? That's you're trying to cheat off their paper? Like they haven't turned in an assignment in months, and you're looking for them for a consultation on question 7. Like,
But you know what?
good luck.
That's when I would really be like, he's cheating.
Yeah.
Because if he, like you said, you haven't been doing anything all year, but now all of a sudden you're Doogie Howser. That's an old reference. I'm sorry. I keep telling my age. Just like, who's
It's okay, Grandpa. Okay, I'll take this over now. Why don't you go sit?
Doogie Howser was a great show.
Why don't you take your back pill and you go to bed and get ready for the show tonight?
It was a wonderful show.
Who's Doogie Howser?
It was a TV show back in like the 80s, and he was a child genius, and he was a doctor, so he's like a teenage doctor, and he was
Doogie Howser. That sounds like an insult a kid would call me.
Michael, what was his name?
Philip Michael? What?
The actor
Philip, I don't even
with the
know.
blonde hair.
I don't know. Philip Michael with the blonde hair.
Not Philip Michael Thomas. He's black. Never mind.
My gosh.
I think that was Tubbs off of Miami Vice. Another old. Okay, I'm showing my age this episode.
Wowee.
Sorry, millennials.
Wowee.
But meanwhile, the older teacher's like, yeah, talk that, brother.
Doogie Howser.
That's my show, bro.
Man.
If a kid called me
my
Doogie
gosh.
Howser, I'd send him to the office. Like, what'd you say to me?
Google
Yeah, I would Google.
Google Doogie Howser.
Well, careful, it comes up.
I got another one. This is another student confession. This student wrote, I am a diabetic, so I'm allowed to eat during tests. For math tests, I used to write equations on crackers and then eat them to destroy the evidence. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, don't write on your food and eat it.
you know what? I just had a big person moment. I was just excited to be able to eat during tests. I was like, hell yeah. Snack away, buddy.
Snack away. With that, again, it's that like ink poisoning and like what?
Painful.
A peanut butter cracker with a side of
The side of
lead.
Sharpie.
On side of lead.
Just a hint. This one's a little spicy here. Okay.
Let's do it.
My friend used to tape a cheat sheet in math to her upper inner thigh and wear a skirt.
Okay.
My teacher was a man, so if he ever saw it, she said she would accuse him of looking up her skirt.
Oh, wow.
And no one would be able to tell her to lift up her skirt and prove nothing was there.
Yeah, ain't having that
This
battle. Cheat away.
This was kind
Ain't
of
having that
messed up.
battle.
That's diabolical.
That is?
Just because you didn't study, you're going to ruin this man's life if he catches you cheating? That's crazy.
These are the students. I'm so thankful that I worked with third graders. Third graders would never think of this.
Yeah, as a male teacher, I ain't having that battle.
Yeah.
I ain't going there.
Gabe's like tapping out. He's like, I'm done.
Said,
No.
Congrats on getting an A. Way to go.
Right.
Way to go. All right, so I got a couple more. This one once again diabolical. I got on my teacher's computer and raised up old test scores so we all had better grades.
First of all, how did you get your teacher's password?
Oh, well, okay, I'll say this.
Okay.
There, I'll walk away from my desk, and go stand in the hallway, and, I'm not going to shut my computer off every time I do that. I one time had a kid that when I got up to, leave, I had my desk, and I was standing outside of the door greeting kids, and I went back to my desk and walked into the classroom, and I saw the kid sitting there at my desk and was, looking at my emails. And I was like, dude, what are you doing here? And you can't do that.
Yeah.
So that didn't go very well for him. That not the outcome he thought was going to happen. No, you that's a one-way ticket to getting in big trouble if you're going to do that.
No kidding.
If you found them.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
Is this Dougie
KC Mack,
Hauser?
are you?
Neil Patrick Harris. It's Doogie Howser.
What?
My ADD wouldn't let me let it go. I tried to. I was sitting here.
When he was a kid.
Yes. I was trying to focus on the story, and in my whole mind, it was like, who is Doogie Howser? What's his name? It's not Philip Michael. No. I found it. Sorry.
It was close. No, you had it.
I told you that was Tubbs from Miami. Okay.
And then I got one more here because I like the kids using tech. I like them being creative here. So our teacher lets us listen to music while we take tests because it helps us focus. Okay, the teacher, kids are lying to you on that one.
Oh, yes.
That's it's like there's you know what? Okay, I'll go up. I'm gonna pause this story quick. I get a kick out of some of the excuses kids will be like, "Well, this helps me focus."
Right.
Nah, we're not playing the game. You're not. You can take this test without listening to music.
Right.
You, in fact, are capable.
Right.
Because I'm not going to teach this kid that, hey, as you get older and when you're sitting, in a meeting, you can have headphones on because it makes you focus. No, we're not going to play that.
Yeah.
So
Not
the kid's sitting
it.
there with headphones on. It says, so I record my study notes on an audio file.
Okay.
She's so old, I don't even think she knows it's possible to do this.
Not that she's so old.
My teacher's so old, she doesn't even know that I've got an audio file.
How old is your teacher?
My teacher's so
Jeez.
old, she went to school with KC Mack.
Sioux Falls tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
But no, that's actually cool. If you go put music, saying you're listening to music, but you're really listening to audio files.
I mean, again, that's, yeah.
But can you imagine if all of a sudden you get off track and you're listening to answer 17 while you're in answer 5, no, back it up,
rewind.
I love this song. I have to go back.
I would just, I was so cool, I would just probably put the rap lyrics over the beat to the answers to the test in the rap lyrics.
Oh, just constant loop.
The answer to question number 3 is YX plus equals MX plus B.
You got that formula, right?
Let me do that again.
Don't cheat on KC Mack.
I don't know slope.
XY, what?
I hate slope. What is it? Y equals MX plus B. There it is.
Is it 3?
Y equals DMX.
And there you have it. Another wonderful episode of the Teachers Off Duty podcast. Sioux Falls tonight. Woo. No, man, this has been one heck of an episode, man.
That was fun.
One of the funnest episodes I've been a part of.
What?
Great to have you back. Great to have you here, and everybody's
Love it.
around. And it's a loving family. This is the board teacher family, man.
Hey, I got one thing I want to say. I got one thing. Hey, I'm on Netflix.
Oh,
If you
Just a
guys,
casual.
if you want to see me humiliate myself, I was just on a Netflix show that came out on Friday, October 20th. It's called Surviving Paradise. I'm yet to see the show. I'm yet to see it, so I'm saying you can check it out. I think it might go okay, but yeah, you can see a teacher on reality TV. So
I'm so excited.
It's a
I'm
game
so
show?
excited.
it's a reality game show, a little bit of mix of Survivor, mix of Big Brother.
did you cheat?
I did not cheat. I did not cheat.
Moral of the story, kids.
Moral of the story.
Get on
Full
Netflix.
circle.
Moral of the story, kids. If you don't cheat, you'll get on Netflix. And that's a wrap.
No, that's going to be excellent, man. I can't wait. And you said that October 13th?
October 20.
20th.
October 20. So it
back
came out
in
on
time.
Friday.
All
Came
right,
out on
awesome.
Friday.
Are they going? But now on Netflix they don't release weekly episodes.
This is
They just go all
a
together.
one drop.
So they're gonna do
all
all of
nine.
them.
All nine.
Oh.
I come on. I think it's like episode 4 or 5 is what they told me. So I come on to stir the pot.
I'm gonna skip to
so
episode 4 or
excited.
5.
Yeah.
just to watch them.
So excited.
It'll be interesting. So
Woohoo.
check it out. And then also teachers, if you're watching, type in some comments. What are some creative way that kids have cheated in your class? We want to know.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
We want to know.
Put it down there in the comment section. We have a lot of good stuff going on. Real quick, before we get out of here, Gabe just told us where you can. Matter of fact, but give me your social media, man. I know they know, but give it to them.
Gabe Dannenbring. I'm saying this so aggressively. At Gabe Dannenbring. At if you look up my TikTok at G_unit24. If you look up Gabe Dannenbring, it'll come up. Check me on Threads. No, I'm kidding. Threads sucks. I don't believe in that stuff. Sorry if you guys are avid Threads users.
I
They're
love
threading
Threads.
about it right now. He hates us.
Let me put this thread out really quick. Fire thread, bro. You really give it to him on that thread.
Just
Dang. Okay.
tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on the Board Teachers channel. I'm also at Teacher Tales of Miss Smith. And
What's your home address? I'm just kidding.
It's
What's your social? What's your mother's maiden name?
25 Sycamore Lane. And thank you, everybody. It's your boy. It's
Hey,
been your
what about
boy.
you?
I'm
Yeah.
thank you. I couldn't say goodbye without
Anyway,
saying
bye.
goodbye. KC Mack Funny on all platforms. Follow me. I need it. Follow me, man. Just follow me. Not on social media. Follow me to my car. Follow me. Just follow me.
You tell him,
He's really
Moses.
lonely.
You tell him, Moses. Raise that staff, brother.
Can
Follow
use it
me.
all. And since you guys are on the following train, please make sure you guys follow the Board Teachers on all social media platforms. Please make sure you follow the Teachers Off Duty podcast on all social media platforms. And it's been another great episode. Again, remember, buy those tickets for the Board Teachers Comedy
They are
Tour.
going fast.
They're going
Holy
fast.
moly.
Ticket link will be in the description. And last but not least, there's also something special that Board Teachers put together. If you guys want to see that exclusive content, right? We got some behind the scenes from like the green room. We have some fun games that we're going to be playing today. The meet and greet. Just crazy stories that happen and things that happen on the tour. You can follow that on the Teachers Off Duty Supercast channel. Yeah, that's right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.